Among Buddha's most important disciples, there was one who was foremost in supernatural powers. The senior disciple, Maudgalyayana. Maudgalyayana's younger brother lived in the kingdom of Kapilavastu. The brother was a man of immense wealth. He was middle-aged, around 40 years of age. The brother, through his own perseverance and continual hard work, had amassed a wealth that was said to have rivaled nations. I think this is an exaggeration, but he might have been one of the wealthiest people of his city or of that region. However, this brother was exceptionally stingy. He never once gave to the poor, and he never offered to any self-cultivators. No offerings, no donations, nothing. His thought was, I risked my life to earn my wealth and fortune. It wasn't easy for me either. Why should I give it to you? Like people nowadays saying, I made it fair and square. I owe no one. After all, making offerings is not required by the law. It's an individual decision, whether to share your wealth with others. It's based on feeling, whether we have this connection or not. Mostly, it's, you live your life, I live mine, right? Every individual has their own life and destiny. The brother was an extreme penny pincher. But one day, Maudgalyayana experienced a feeling while he was in deep meditation. A feeling that urged him to help this brother. I should teach and help him understand true principles. Otherwise, I fear he will be in danger soon. Any kind of danger was possible. That's what the feeling was telling him. Maudgalyayana decided to go visit his brother. Hearing that Maudgalyayana had come, the brother was very happy. The young successful brother welcoming his honorable older brother. What a joyous moment it was. The brothers met and exchanged pleasantries. They said how much they'd missed each other. Then, Maudgalyayana's expression became serious as he sat there staring at his brother. The brother got nervous and said, I haven't done anything wrong. If you have something to say, say it. Don't just stare at me, it's unnerving. Why do you think I'm staring at you? I sense danger coming your way. Am I in trouble? Maudgalyayana continued, it's serious. You have a lot of money now. You're the wealthiest person in this area. Why don't you perform any good deeds? What you have right now is the most common type of wealth for ordinary people. Do you think your wealth is stable? The brother shook his head. He was also unsure. What if thieves and robbers target and steal from you? What if a corrupt official sets his sights on you? They could frame and lock you up. You'd lose both your freedom and wealth. And in the past, there were no banks. Your wealth might have been in grains or other valuable items. Many items were not currency but had trade value. Say, I wanted to buy cows. So the seller would tell me how much grain I'd need to trade. It depended on the market price then. The prices for both will fluctuate depending on the times. So, his wealth was all in the form of tangible items with value. Because he was very wealthy, he had a storeroom. In it was all of his fortune. What if your storehouse catches fire? His brother was getting irritated listening to him. Why do you speak of only unlucky things? But he thought, he's my brother, so I'll listen. After all, he's number one in supernatural powers. Maudgalyayana continued, even if everything has gone smoothly so far, you want to leave things for your kids, right? Many parents struggle desperately to work and earn a living. maybe working several jobs. One of the reasons is they hope their children can have a better life. A good education is expensive, from ancient times to the present. Back then, hiring a teacher was way more expensive than private schools nowadays. Only the rich could afford to hire a teacher. You've spent a lot of time educating your child and hope they succeed. But without the pressure of poverty or financial hardship, it's easy for the child to be negligent and lazy. They end up with a prince or princess complex. I can't eat this, I don't want that. The child has never experienced poverty. He has never truly understood it. No matter how hard the parents try to paint the image of poverty, those painful, horrifying scenes, and what feelings they cause, the children are unmoved by it all. Their way of life belongs to their new generation. Modern-day parents, they work hard and make some money, but they're reluctant to spend it. Just like the first generation of wealthy entrepreneurs in China. They earn a lot of money, but they don't buy any luxury clothing. You look at how their children spend money. It's like they stole the money and need to get rid of it. They go out of their way to wear designer clothes, drive luxury cars, consume and use things they shouldn't. Just lead a life of excess and extravagance. So, even if you survive all the disasters, your children might still squander your wealth. Brother, you should consider your future, Maudgalyayana continued. Accumulate some merit, make offerings, donate, give to the poor, and offer to practitioners like me. Those who have dedicated their lives to cultivation. It will help you avert disasters. Give to the poor and do good deeds to gain merits for yourself. Maudgalyayana was a very respected person at that time. You can say everyone back then knew his name. He was famous, with outstanding and remarkable merit. After listening to his brother's strict teaching, the younger brother thought it made sense. All the different points mentioned, he'd experienced them already. At this point, his wife had started to become picky about clothing and no longer saved. His child was also showing signs. He could already feel it. In the past, people believed in a resting place for the soul. Where has the soul gone? Has it ascended to heaven? Is it suffering in hell, or has it turned into a dog, pig, cow, or sheep? In fact, our ancestors were quite concerned about where our final destination would be. After listening to his elder brother, he said, "Brother, I think you're right. Should I make offerings then? For your future, you should offer as much as you can." The younger brother started to make offerings. After some time, he put up many posters, which read, "If you need money, food, or anything, come to me." Lines started forming in front of his home of people coming to ask for help. Food was the most needed. He also gave out a lot of other items. The younger brother was a smart man. While he was giving and donating, he also had workers build a new warehouse. Over the course of a little over a year, he distributed most of the wealth he had saved up. During this process, he was quite happy. Wherever he went, everyone was grateful to him, calling him a bodhisattva. Everyone respected and complimented him. Previously, everyone thought he was a stingy person. But then he was giving away so much money and many items. Those poor people who received help thought he was a bodhisattva. The younger brother was very happy, filled with joy and ease. He was happy, but he still had his own calculations. After a year had gone by, he took the keys and opened his new warehouse. He looked inside. "Why is it empty?" he asked his workers. "I thought I did good deeds and gained merit. This warehouse should be overflowing with treasure by now. Didn't my brother say that only by giving can one achieve eternal wealth? This was supposed to help me keep my wealth. Why is this warehouse empty? Why is there nothing here?" He went to ask his brother. He felt disheartened and sought his brother's counsel. He told his brother of his troubling thoughts. Maudgalyayana, using his Dharma powers, showed him a picture screen of the future. He saw a place he had never been to or seen before. It was beautiful. There were many workers in the garden, and they were building a super luxurious and grand palace. They were in the midst of construction. It was about 80% completed. They were doing the detailed finishing touches. He saw this and asked his brother, "What is this? Where did you bring me?" "This is heaven," Maudgalyayana replied. "Oh, then who is the palace for?" Someone who looked like the foreman stood nearby. "You can ask him yourself." "Hey, friend," the brother said. "What are you building?" The foreman replied, "A palace." "What kind of palace?" "The palace of our heavenly king." "A heavenly king's palace? Who's the king?" the brother asked. "It's the younger brother of the Venerable Maudgalyayana." He thought, "The Venerable Maudgalyayana's brother? Wow, that's me. I didn't mishear, did I? A new palace for Maudgalyayana's brother, in heaven. And it's for a heavenly king." He asked his brother, "Is this real?" "You've seen it yourself. I've just shown you a glimpse of your future. This is what your future palace will look like. Your good deeds have not been done in vain. There are all kinds of treasures inside your palace. Anything and everything you want, it's there. Gold, silver, pearls, agate, you name it." The group of beautiful women made him the most happy. But he was still not reassured. Are these beautiful women also for the heavenly king? Of course. Ask them yourself. "Hello, ladies, what are you doing here?" "We're waiting for our king," they replied. "Who's that?" "It's Maudgalyayana's brother." It was a relief to hear this. "Brother, I am reassured now. When I return, I will continue my acts of giving." And that concludes the story.
Maudgalyayana told his brother that making offerings brings great blessings. In the story, the brother did not gain real wealth. But Maudgalyayana used his divine powers and allowed him to see his blessings in a future life. Why do some people obtain wealth in this life, while others have to wait for their next?
Merit and blessing are different for each person due to their karma. How these blessings manifest, the time and place, it all differs for each person. Just like how everyone's fingerprints and personalities are unique. So, the way these blessings manifest is also different. Some people receive their rewards in this life, while others see the results in their descendants. Merits and wealth are the wonderful things we pursue in life. In Buddhism, there is a term called karma. Please remember this term, karma. In Buddhism, karma is associated with cause and effect. It is a specialized term, and it is accepted and recognized worldwide. It is generated by our actions, a certain influential force, especially in actions that contain good and evil. It's the force that is generated afterward. For example, cheating, harming, killing people or animals, insulting, hitting others, these are evil deeds. Today, I help people with a genuine heart. You love universally and give and dedicate to others, these are good deeds. The good that you do will yield good results in the future. Where does this karma exist? I'll use a term most people would understand. It's stored in the cloud. This is just a term to help you understand. It represents something in this world that is most relevant to you. You will always be connected to it. You and the karma cloud are linked together like a shadow, just like you are connected to the air around you. At any given time, whether it's merit or sin stored in the cloud, when it's time to bloom, to bear fruit, to manifest, it will appear at that point. That's how it is. In the past, a person asked a great master, "What is the manifestation of karma?" The master replied, "What you are experiencing now is the result of your past karma. The good and bad aspects in your life, it's all the manifestation of karma. How about your future karma? It comes from your current actions and mindset. If all you do is harm in the future, the results will be bad." Buddhism, in a more scientific sense, emphasizes that I am in control of my own destiny. I create my future. I create my own good and bad. There's another term called self-awaken. The full phrase is self-awaken and awaken others. It's about self-realization and self-control, controlling one's actions, speech, and thoughts. This is something everyone can learn and grasp. So, what we are doing today, all the merits, giving, and good deeds, the results of all these actions are judged in the heavens, with all of the gods presiding and assessing. It's all there already. Someone might ask, the elder brother is highly respected. The younger one is rich. They have done so many good deeds. Why is the new warehouse empty? Don't forget, the brother didn't get rich by robbing, right? He was a businessman. For example, he rented out 10,000 acres of land for farming, and he rented out 1,000 shops. And he had businesses in clothing, shoemaking, hair dyeing. And he owned many beauty salons too. Because your businesses keep you wealthy. Even though you gave away your savings, you still have millions in income each day. You are not poor. This income you have, a thief may steal it. A fire can burn it all. Your children can squander it. But the wealth in your cloud bank, that can never be burned or lost. Especially since you continue to generate more income for the cloud. Maybe these 20 years, you will not see any returns in physical wealth. But you should consider it as an investment. Kind of like bank interest. I save 1 million. Maybe the interest is a couple dollars a day. That's immediate benefit in the form of money. But to put it more profoundly, you living healthily is the biggest interest of all. Look at how many people fall ill suddenly. They fall over and pass away, or they're bedridden for 8 years before dying. What is the interest? Your health is the interest. A more fortunate future for you and your descendants, that's the greater interest. And your soul ascending to heaven, that is the biggest interest. It's beyond what people can even imagine. The average person only sees the benefits right in front of them. If I invest now, I want to see the benefits now. But what Maudgalyayana sees are more enduring benefits and wealth. This is the profound difference in perspectives. the brother who gave and offered generously. In reality, he was depositing his merits into something related to him, called the karma bank. People think karma is not good. Karma is neither good nor evil. If your actions are evil, what's deposited in the bank is evil karma. If the action is good, what is deposited is good karma. The karma bank is like your shadow. As long as you have a shadow, you can't escape it. If you become a ghost and say you have no shadow, you can't escape even more. Good or bad, it will follow you. The brother will make his own future, and his descendants lives more auspicious. Here's a hint, good people have good fate, right? Fate can't be changed by a face reading company or beauty salon. You are born with it. Some people are born rich with high status. As written in many Buddhist sutras, many people, upon seeing the figure of Buddha, would immediately bow at his feet. His dignified and majestic appearance was very captivating. People were willing to follow and believe in him. So, sometimes, this merit and virtue correlates with appearance as well. Those who truly have the look of wealth and fortune will have that fate. Good looks and having a good fate evident in your appearance are not the same. People who don't know how to look can't tell at all. But those who do, they will often feel something is missing in his authority. Something is missing in his stride, in the voice. Or something is too much. This is called a flawed appearance, which means a flawed fate. You need to understand. You are born with a good fate. If one is born with a good fate and fortune, what does it mean? It is the manifestation of your merit and karma. That's your fate in this life. We should practice diligently, after chanting for a few days. The changes in our faces and palms are the result of cultivating virtue. We continue to create our fate. I want to become more auspicious and compassionate. Our fate improves. Fate will change with one's karmic actions. So, good fortune is cultivated. After everyone understands this principle, they will understand the concept of cause and effect. That is, I am in control of my fate. I create my future. I create my karma. I create my happiness. I create my auspiciousness. And I create my wealth and good fortune. The methods of creating these should all be rooted in compassion, kindness, generosity, magnanimity, care, and love. Using such compassionate methods, we can achieve all the good things we desire. All the calculations, all the nitpicking, what we see in front of us is all temporary. Long-lasting auspiciousness is true auspiciousness.